Alright, what is going on, guys? Follows back again, coming at you the showcase on the Mila Rose. And honestly, I should have done the showcase a lot sooner, but I procrastinated and I'm very bad at it. So let's just keep, just move along, shall we? Now, what's really weird is they gave this character a Soul Reaper Killer, which is, in my opinion, kind of interesting, just because we actually got Soul Reaper Killer on Tensa. Tensa has super potions, as well as droplets, and then Mila Rose has potions plus 10. Which, don't get me wrong, I think that the potions plus 10 is pretty cool. I think it lets you farm a bit quicker, especially if you're trying to specialize in what you're farming. You also have access to like droplet characters if you haven't even pulled them. But like my concern really is that like if I was playing with Mila Rose in Epic Raids, and sure I could have gotten footage, blah blah blah, but I was like sometimes when I'm just trying to play the game and actually have fun, I don't really think about recording. Sometimes I just want to play the game just to play the game. And I saw a lot of people asking for Mila Rose. Now, don't get me wrong, asking for a bonus character, I get it. But I feel like it's unrealistic to expect like your entire party to join with Mila Rose and only Mila Rose. One person even asked Power Link Slot Potions plus 10, and then they even had the balls, in my opinion, the balls, to ask for Mila Rose plus 5 Potion Soul Trait. Which, for those that don't know, or aren't aware, like if I go to like the BBS simulator.com and I just type in speed characters, the only character with power link slot potions plus 5 is this character from mid-month May who doesn't even have Havoc. You should not have summoned on this banner to begin with. I get that he has the power link slot potions. It is not that deep, my good sir. So I'm still very disappointed in those people just in general, because it's just like, honestly, if you bring Tensa, I'd like to get power droplets too. So like I don't really care who you bring as long as it's a character that gives you more for what you bring in, right? So let's just get right into the actual skills. I don't mean to rant too much, to be honest. Let's bring up her skill list. Now, going into her utility skills, like the skills that just help her out, we have Havoc 20%, so increase your strong attack damage range. We have chance to inflict lacerate every 5 seconds at 12%. That's going to be lacerator here. It's a 12% chance, and it's a map-wide AoE pulse individually for each enemy. So if you lacerate one enemy, it doesn't mean that you're going to lacerate every single enemy that's out there. You're just going to lacerate one enemy at a 12% chance, each enemy that shows up every 5 seconds. It's a pretty damn good skill, especially if you have like 6 enemies spawning at a time. 12% chance, honestly, that's almost like an 85% chance to actually proc, which is really good. Unfortunately, she didn't get increased status element spiritual pressure boost 80%. I think that would have been amazing for her. We have guard break, sprinter plus 1, power link stop potions plus 10, debilitator plus 2, plus 2 seconds, which is pretty standard for lacerate, burn, and poison. Next, we have Frenzy plus 1. Now, here comes the damage skills, right? This is just going to directly impact her strong attack damage right here. Frenzy, Arankar Resonance. So pretty much she gets 10% strong attack damage per Arankar on the team. Then we also get Berserker 40%, melee damage plus 10%, and then it becomes 30% if you're playing a co-op quest. So in content like Epic Raids, asking for Mila Rose, I get why people would want to do that, because you get strong attack damage plus 60%, and then you also get the plus 30% damage in just straight up being co-op, Berserker 40%, and Frenzy plus 1. So she hits really hard. Going into the actual damage skills, we have damage to lacerated enemies plus 60%. So if you do lacerate the enemy, that enemy is taking a ton more damage. Then we also have damage inflicted at full stand 20% built into the character. So when you get her to T15 or T20, you're most likely going to give her full stamina damage boost 25%, just because that's like honestly the best skill. Like the problem is, like, I feel like full stamina damage boost 25% is such a broken skill. I think that K-Lab should honestly buff other skills to try to make them more appealing, because right now it's kind of just like dominated by full stam and weak in defense. And if you want to give sprinter or long stride, you can. I don't really knock anyone for doing that, but like it's kind of just dominated from like 4 skills unless the character is used in different content other than just normal PvE play. Next, we have the Devastation 40%. So she nukes pretty hard because we get access to the Devastation, but not only that, but we get access to the damage to lacerated enemies plus 60%. That's really strong, because that's like that's pretty much giving the enemy pretty much like as if you have weaken on your soul bomb. And then on top of that, lacerate stops them from being able to use their one-hit kill mechanic, stops them from being able to use their ultimate, their special moves. So I like lacerate quite a bit, to be honest. A lot of people thought it was really weak. early when it came out. Honestly, it was, because back then it just wasn't really all that deep. Nowadays, I feel like K-Lab's come out with quite a lot. I still think that they need more content in the game, but I mean, it is what it is. All right, so let's just get right into it. Let's take her into difficult quests. Hopefully, I should have IT available. Good. We can do it ×5 right now. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think I'm showcasing any other speed characters on my account. No. Hey, my boy Blitz. What's up? Hey, my boy Beans. Oh, my boy Solid. Bro, I just know these people, bro. It's so funny. All right, so let's just get right into it. Girl, you better stop. All right, so her first strong attack. Boom, boom. 2500 length beam. She literally just spikes the ball. Pop, pop. I'm not gonna lie, I like the animations on this character quite a lot. My cable is stuck on another controller. All right. Her second strong attack is literally her doing an elbow drop, which is kind of funny. I don't know why K-Lab went with that. Boom, boom. Vacuum explosion. So she's one-shotting, which is good. I feel like if you don't one-shot in single-player IT, the character is kind of eh. There's sometimes I'll showcase a character at like T15, T10, and they don't one-shot, and that's usually kind of unfortunate because it makes them kind of look kind of like eh. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think that this character is worth the T20. All right. 2500 link beam, elbow drop. I guess I have to be like really careful with these freaking flames. I get that you might want to do like resistance on her too. If you're playing co-op, I feel like you kind of need to do like. I feel like you need to do that. I was watching Aaron play, and it's just like, dude, like having to avoid all these like fire puddles in co-op is a pain in the ass. That was a close one. I barely saw that. I don't know, he gearing up for something. Beat. No, he was right there. He beat your ass. Beat your ass. There you go. I don't know why I thought that my second strong attack was going to be able to reach. Should be able to. Can we one shot with our first strong attack? Yeah, we can. Yeah, she's strong. She helly strong. Okay. And she'd actually be dealing even more damage than this? Okay. Well, let's take her into IZ and see exactly what kind of damage we'll be dealing there. There we go. Honestly, this scroll down crap is kind of annoying. I feel like K-Lab should just like this screen right here. I feel like this should pop up when you click it, but I feel like this whole section stuff could just literally just be turned into something along the lines of like this. I feel like this would be nice if it was just like, which one do I want instead of having to scroll. Okay, do cancel ×5. Yeah, I want to use my tickets. We'll do a ×10 run actually. I want to burn my tickets a bit. Single player IZ is unironically pretty good now, and if you're using these +10 potion characters, like, it'll definitely boost it up. Oh, I don't think Akon has regular potion. I don't even remember actually. Now that I think about it, they sound so gross. All right, so first strong attack, 38k. Let's calculate that out. All right, so let's just do ×1. We could do ×1.2, but I don't really want to do that just yet. So ×6, 228k from the first strong attack. That's not too shabby. Second strong attack, 51k. That's a lot actually, because that hits as many times too. 51,000 multiplies by 6, 306k. Was that a crit or was that not a crit? 38k non-crit. Get your ass up. Not gonna lie, I did not catch that. 43k crit. 45k. Okay, so it looks like the 51k might have been a crit. I love 3K link beams. Look at this. Oh, we had never mind. We had an underground enemy. Mission abort. We actually had a lacerated enemy there too. Oh man. Alright, so let's lacerate the boss real quick. Actually, let's see if we can lacerate some like one of the trash mobs. Ah, there it is. 40k. 40k times 1.5 is like 60k. So 60k, so like 65,000. It's not bad. 65 times 6. You know what? Screw it. I'm busy doing the math in my head while I'm trying to do this when I have literally a calculator. So so it was like 40,000 multiplied by 1 point. No, it'll be multiplied by 6. We had killer, and that's 240k. Wait, no, that's not right. Because the damage to lacerated enemies, she should be dealing much more damage than that. Let me try to get this little bugger. Oh my god. 71,000 there. Alright. So 71,000. We'll die here, get our full standard damage boost. Oh, yeah, that's fine. 71,000 multiplies by 6, 426k instead of 228k. If we divide this by 1.6, boom. We're actually getting roughly what we're supposed to get here, the 228k. So that's pretty good. Let's click here, get our full stamina damage boost. I don't want to wait for her to get... There we go. Oh, I timed that. There we go. 78,000 on this enemy, 74,000. We'll take the average. We'll do 76k, for example. Now, these enemies were not lacerated at all, right? So 76,000 is going to be the base. We did have killer there, so we don't have to worry about that. We did not crit either. If we were to crit, 1.2, we're hitting for like roughly 91,000. So let's take the 76,000 and see what kind of soul bomb damage we get on this character. So we have devastation 40%, but that's calculated in as soon as we hit it. Now we do the weakened defense damage, the damage to lacerated enemies damage, because the enemies do get lacerated after that. It's going to hit 3 times plus the original 76,000. So 550k on a character that doesn't have, like, she has devastation 40%, and then the damage to lacerated enemies. So she nukes really hard. For a character that doesn't have weakened, that doesn't have like innate weakened defense, like if you give her weakened defense, it seems like that's going to be really good. Though I'm not going to lie, long stride is really dangerous in content like epic raids, so I do like weakened defense there a lot more. And that's just my take on it. But overall, I think Mila Rose is really good. I don't think that she's, in my opinion, I feel like she's a really good like mid-month character. She was released at the end of the month. I feel like she should have been given like increased status element, spiritual pressure boost 80%, just so that way she can compete with some of the other characters like Tensa. Like, for those that don't know, Tensa got Berserker. You know, it's easier if I just actually pull up his entire character. Like, if I click here and you see like the stuff that this character got as an end of the month premium pool banner instead of a limited, right? We have Berserker 60%, which is already higher than her 40%. She got status elements, I get it, but he also got Frenzy +1. He got the melee damage that she got. He also got hidden enemies and Pierce Iron Skin. He got the guard break, and then here he has damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment +100%. So using characters that don't proc status elements, this character will pop off so much more, because not only is he getting Frenzy +2 here, he's pretty much getting the equivalent of like Frenzy +3. Like, if you think about it and you take like the base damage, right, 100 times 2 for Frenzy +1, and then plus 100% damage is another times 2. So this character essentially has Frenzy +3. So I don't really like this Mila Rose not getting something a little bit more. And that's just my personal opinion. Y'all can agree with it, y'all can disagree with it. I mean, that's the point of opinions, right? But yeah, anyways, either way, I do like the character. At the very least, she has a good kit. We have the 3K length beam, we have the 870 lunge for her second strong attack, and then her third strong attack is literally the vacuum explosion. She moves up a little, which is honestly a bit jarring in content like epic raids, but aside from that, I think that she's overall just a good character. I don't think that this banner is broken. I do think that it's worth summoning on, if only just for the fact that we have so many potion units here, and potions are kind of, in my opinion, absolutely necessary. I don't think T20 is necessary. I still think T15 is more than enough for like 100% of the 120% of the content in this game, to be honest. But like getting your characters to T10 at the very minimum is in my opinion just a really, you kind of got to do it if you want to actually play the character in content other than just like regular single player content.